Good morning, Britain. On track for a pay deal. Rail bosses say it's their best and final offer. But will it be enough for the unions to finally stop the strikes?
Well, disruption on the trains may well come to an end, but there is still trouble on the tracks as teachers today meet with the government and junior doctors are deciding whether they should walk out.
Hollywood star Alec Baldwin will be charged over the fatal shooting of a cinematographer after a loaded prop gun was fired on a film set.
Now, the decision to charge Baldwin with involuntary manslaughter really is a stunning fall for an A-list actor who is now facing the prospect of a lengthy jail sentence. His lawyers, though, have said that they are determined to clear his name.
He's ditched the pitch and is heading to the ice. Football star John Fashanu will be here as he prepares for his Dancing on Ice debut this weekend.
And it's a supergroup like no other. We'll have an exclusive first look at what happens when you combine the talents of the legendary ladies. Dolly, Bonnie, Debbie, Cindy and Gloria.
Brightening your morning at the Festival of Light here at Battersea Power Station. Weather-wise, cold and frosty, but things are set to warm up. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Friday, 20th of January 2023, live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Ben Shephard and Kate Garraway.
Good morning. Do you know, Ben had me in tears this morning.
Yeah. Oh, should I tell them about what?
Well,
are we just going to leave
about
it there?
Andy Murray. Yeah, just had me in tears, then we'll move on.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
And the most amazing... I'm sure many of you saw this. I hope you saw it. If you haven't, do go back and try and find it. But Andy Murray, yesterday afternoon it was for us, 4 o'clock in the morning in Australia where he was playing Thanasi Kokkinakis in the Australian Open. And it was absolutely sensational. 2 sets down, came back to win 3-2. He was in absolute agony. You could see how tired he was. That's 2 5-set matches.
That's what made me cry. It was the idea that he's had so much injury. He's sort of been written off at times.
Absolutely.
And then almost written himself
He's
off
got a metal
times.
hip. And the thing is, his mum. So we've interviewed Judy on a number of occasions, so we know her, and we're parents. When you see Judy at the end, nearly in tears, watching what he's been through to get through this match, it was 5 hours and 45 minutes he was playing for. It finished at 4 o'clock in the morning. As he pointed out, it's ridiculous that it finished that. Look at the crowd. They've all got to go to work. Look at the ball boys and ball girls. They've got to go to school or they've got to get... You know, it's one of those things...
Mrs Brown, I'm going to be a little late this morning. You may be watching the television. Yeah, you know, the thing is this as well, is for him to have that resilience...
Yes.
To be that far down, to be sort of written off, to have that injury, and then to keep going all the way through that agonising last set.
And you could see him as well. You could see how... every now and again, he'd just stop and you could see how shattered he was. And at the end, he's being interviewed by the guy at the end, and he literally said to the interviewer, can we stop doing this? I really want to go to bed. And everybody wants to go to bed. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, just absolutely sensational. He's through to the third round. Who knows what he's going to achieve? But honestly, it was one of the most... I mean, I love my sport, as you know. There was a big comeback from Manchester City last night as well. They were 2-0 down to Spurs and then battered them 4-2 in the second half. But that was just
That didn't make me cry.
No.
That was just great.
Yeah, that was
happen.
spectacular.
This way Ben told it as a triumph of human spirit and endeavour was just wonderful to see.
You know, we get written off quite a lot, Kate, but Andy Murray's proved at our age we could still do it.
There's still hope. There's still hope, everybody. And I tell you what, there's hope of the strikes coming to an end this morning. The government has even confirmed it. They say they're on the brink of striking a pay deal with rail workers. They've reportedly been offered a final take-it-or-leave-it offer, said to include a 9% rise over 2 years.
But there could be more trouble on the horizon as the teaching unions are at a showdown talk with Westminster today. The junior doctors could become the latest NHS workers to vote in favour of industrial action. Let's go to Jonathan Swain. He's at a Reading station for us this morning. Morning to you, Jonathan. So do we know what the likelihood of this offer for the rail unions and rail workers being accepted